Good morning and welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy the morning after. That's all I can say. I know. I look like it's the morning after, don't I? I feel like it's the morning after. I just put my hair up. I couldn't deal this morning. I'm tired and I'm very happy. It was a wonderful day for me yesterday. Just, okay, I don't even know where to start. So, whew, wake it up. Wake it. First of all, acknowledgement of new mug. This was a birthing present. Oh, but I want you to be able to read it. Can you read it? About there. Okay, I'll read it to you. The light is very bright this morning. I love it when the coffee kicks in and I realize what an adorable badass I'm going to be. Present from my daughter. And as with all new mugs, it's my new favorite mug. Yeah. So it was a birthday present, but it's not my birthday. It's hers. We had that conversation. I birthed her. I did all the work. I'm the one who deserves the present, right? Yeah. So my first child, it's the anniversary of birthing her right now, today. Wow, that was like the best experience ever getting that first little baby. Oh, what a joy, what a love. And she is amazing. She is amazing. She's asleep out in Casita Sandita right now, or I would bring her in and make you meet her on her birthday. So yesterday was the not a wedding day or the not a dress rehearsal, but we had like a real wedding. My son and his fiance got married at the home where my mother lives so that my mother could be part of the wedding. Can I tell you what it did for her? Never mind what it did to us. What it did for her was, I'm having trouble even thinking about it without crying to describe it for you. Here's the thing. It was like she woke up yesterday. She smiled, she laughed, she talked, she danced. She gave advice. I mean, it's like a door opened in her brain and suddenly she was like awake. Yes, it was a glorious day all the way around. The wedding was a huge success. I didn't post any pictures yet. I know I said I would, but Katie, the bride, um, is concerned that friends of hers will see all these wedding pictures and think they weren't invited to her wedding. So we're having to figure out quite how to deal with that. But I will post some pictures because the pictures. So my son's dream, because at their 50th anniversary, my father did karaoke to Bust a Move with the kids. So my son's vision was that that he would dance with his grandma to Bust a Move at his wedding. So we have chair dancing with grandma to Bust a Move. When she starts, like doing her shoulders, you're just gonna crack up when you see him. I mean, seriously, it's like so adorable, so adorable. So happy almost wedding day to Mike and Katie, and happy birthday to my first child, Donnie. Yeah, her name is Donnie, Dani. It's a Hebrew name. It's driven her crazy for most of her life. Nobody could ever spell it right or say it right. She was always Danny, and she'd have to say, I'm not Danny, I'm Donnie. Now she loves it because it's so unique. Yeah, now I'm in trouble with Michael because he says, you gave her the most unique name in the world, and you gave me the most common name in the world. What is that about? Do you like her better than you like me? Oh, I love my kids. I had two, a boy and a girl. Girl first, boy second. I didn't do it again because I was afraid. It's like I already had one of each. What was I going to have? Like a monkey or something? I didn't want to go again. So I didn't. Two is just perfect. I just love them. And we partied and we partied. And then we came back here and there was more cake yesterday than anybody knew what to do with. Seriously. But Donnie could not resist tasting the cake that Indy baked for her, nor having some of the ice cream that he made for her. Donnie is both gluten-free and vegan. So I cannot even tell you what he went through to make this cake. And she came home and it was like, I want my cake. I want my cake. So she had her cake. You see, I told you I'm tired. She had her cake and ice cream. It was awesome. It was awesome. The ice cream. And by the way, it is National Ice Cream Day. You best be celebrating. We're going to be celebrating here with the ice cream that Indy made that is so thick and rich and chocolatey, you wouldn't even believe it. It's chocolate ice cream with chunks of brownie, walnuts, coconut, killer, and then this double layer chocolate cake with chocolate fudgy frosting. Yeah. Oh, Stephen, I like that. I will suggest that. Stephen says, tell Katie you'll post the photos under the heading of a special wedding just for grandma practicing for our big day. Yeah. I really want you to see the pictures because it was just so awesome. It was so awesome. So just to give you a little rundown, my niece, my great niece, Ella, who is an absolute little princess. Like when you think of little girl, you want to see that little girl with the long curly hair. That would be Ella. Ella was the flower girl. She walked her Uncle Mike down the aisle and left him up at the front, and then so artistically tossed roses, white roses, everywhere for everyone. Yes, it was just beautiful. Then Max, my grandson, feeling so grown up, took the arm of the bride and dun, 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 walked her down the aisle, handed her over to Mike, and then sat down until the part of the wedding where he had to do the rings, and I'll get to that in a minute. I was the officiant. Did I already tell you that? I am actually ordained. I did one of those, $20 online things years ago. So I've performed quite a few weddings. I love doing weddings. In fact, Donnie, after yesterday, said, "Why don't you do this for a living?" You know that people who aren't religious have a lot of trouble finding a really good officiant, and you're so good at it. Thank you. I'm tooting my own horn, but I have to tell you, when you love doing something as much as I love doing a wedding, you'd be good at it too. You can't not be because your joy comes through. Anyway, so I did this thing in the wedding where not only before the bride and groom had to give their vows, I made the audience, the congregation, stand and face the bride and groom, and they had to do vows. Things like to promise to be there when the couple needed them, but to get out of the way when the couple didn't need them, and to not ever get between them. Like a whole list of things, and it was really cool. And we had signs and bells and things to wave to agree and yell, "I do, I do, I do, I do." Okay, then it was time for the ring ceremony. So Mike had taken Katie's engagement ring, which is beautiful, and put it back in the box, and he was going to put that ring on her. And just for purposes, good morning, Indy, just for purposes of the wedding, Mike got this like silicone, ugly rubber ring that he was going to get married in. But unbeknownst to him, I had been wearing my father's wedding ring for like 12 years, pretty much since he died. And my dad was like Mike's favorite person. Yeah, that was Mike's person. And unbeknownst to Mike, we slipped out the silicone ring and put in my father's wedding ring. And when Max gave it to Katie, and Katie slid it on Mike. It's very small, so just barely went down. Put it on Mike's finger. Mike was looking at, going, "What?" And Max looked up at his Uncle Mike and said, "That's Grandpa's ring. He wanted you to have it." Okay, that took care of any dry eyes we had in the house. I'll tell you right there. It was pretty cool. Anyway, it just got better and better and better and better, and the whole day was just phenomenal. After that, Fritzy had the time of her life. She looked beautiful. She wore a dress for the first time in years. She was freezing cold. We had to go get her a couple of blankets and a pair of gloves. Yeah, she did not like being cold, but she sure looked pretty. You'll see the pictures, I promise. Yeah, aside from all that, today's the anniversary of the day that Nadia Comaneci. Do you remember Nadia Comaneci? 1976. She was the first gymnast ever to score a perfect 10. Yeah. I mean, it's happened a lot since then, but that was the very first time, and I remember it so well because I was watching, and Nadia was just this, oh my, those little pigtails. Ugh. So we remember you, Nadia. All right, John Glenn's birthday, Nelson Mandela's birthday. I visited his home in Soweto, South Africa, but he wasn't there. No, he was not there at the time. Red Skelton's birthday. Red Skelton, I don't know if you even know who he is, but he was a comedian. But besides being a comedian, he was also quite an artist. He painted clowns. In fact, his clowns are famous. I think we had a couple where they took them and turned them into the kind, paint by number art. And I remember my father doing one of Red Skelton's clowns as a paint by number. Did you ever notice how many people who are truly talented have more than one really awesome talent? Yeah. I mentioned John Glenn, didn't I? Yeah, there was a hero. Yeah. I mean, seriously, I still have somewhere in the garage a notebook report. Like, it was so cool that my father had it spiral bound, which was a big deal back then because I was like in 5th or 6th grade. I did a whole thing on John Glenn because he was like the first real astronaut. He was the man. He was the guy. Yeah. Up in space. Now all you have to do is invent a Tesla and you can go to space, apparently. I don't know. It's also sour candy and caviar day, and I think you could probably put them both in pretty much the same category for most people. Lake Superior Day. Okay, now there is something worth celebrating. You know why? Because out of Lake Superior comes Lake Superior whitefish, my fave. When I go to Chicago, the 2 things that I must have, well, 3. Pizza's not a must. That would be a great addition. The 2 absolutely musts. Number 1 is kosher hot dogs. Gotta. Number 2 is Lake Superior whitefish. Then there's Chicago pizza. Those amazing salami sticks that you can only get at the deli. Hello. Oh, there's so much there. There's so much there. That's why I'm trying to behave myself and eat smart before I go, but I'm leaving in a few days and I did not make room to gain weight, but it's going to happen anyway. I don't know. We'll see. On this day, Shakira, sorry, not Shakura. Shakira is a brand of art pens. Shakira, the singer, she got 100 million likes or 100,000 likes, whatever it was. She was the first person to ever do that on Facebook. We're celebrating 1,000. She got like 100,000, maybe more. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I got so much to do this morning. Big Herms, yes, Big Herms, absolutely, and Poochie's. Okay, and wait, there's another one. Big Herms and Poochie's. That's where you go get your hot dogs. Big Herms used to be my favorite. Yeah, but there's some place in Buffalo Grove that is it Poochie's? No, Poochie's is there's one in near my aunt's house, I think. I don't know. I love kosher hot dogs. Yeah, I just do. I can't help it. And the buns, they get it all the little black things get in your teeth, but the buns are so good and the hot dogs are so crunchy. And then you get the fries with them and like pickles and it just makes me happy. Okay. Um by the way, I don't know if anybody else is from the Skokie area, but do you remember Salmon Highs, the deli Salmon Highs? Yeah, that was my friend Judy's dad and her uncle. They were Salmon High. Truly. Anyway, what else did I want to tell you about? Happy birthday to John Gittleman. John, I don't know if you're here today, but usually you're watching or checking in at least. And today is your birthday too. And I want to mention that because when you were a little kid and Donnie was born, I've known John for a long time because his mom was my BFF. When John had his birthday and I gave birth to Donnie, John was convinced that Donnie was his birthday present. Donnie, my daughter, is a present to the planet. What a talent. What a joy that woman is. And how beautiful and what a good mom. And I just love her to pieces. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? And here's something cool. Her roommate, when she was living in New York, Robyn, and she have the same birthday. How fun to live with someone and share your birthday. I shared my birthday with my sister-in-law, who is no longer living, but Nancy and I had the same birthday, and we were reminiscing last night. I think I was 26 and Nancy was 25. And we all the family went out to celebrate our birthdays. And we went to this restaurant where if you were under 12, you paid like 10 cents a year or something if you were under 12, whatever it was ridiculous. Or they weighed you and you paid your weight. That's what it was. They weighed you and they paid your weight if you were under 12 or under. We were in our 20s and they thought we were children and they weighed us. Yeah, but we got a really cheap meal that day. It was really cool. That was the fun part. Good morning, Bailey. Bailey disappeared at some point during the night. I think he might have gone out to sleep in the casita. Okay, today's word art. Let's just jump right on, okay? Today's word art is ignoring an infection or hurt feelings only helps them spread and grow. Yeah. And what I said this morning on what do I say, what do I do, is, hey, look, they tell you not to sweep the dirt under the rug. Why? Well, first of all, it doesn't get rid of the dirt. And second of all, you create that lump and that lump just keeps growing. If you keep sweeping the dirt under the rug, next thing you know, you're going to be tripping over the rug. You're not getting rid of the dirt. You're just hiding it. And as you hide it, that lump grows and grows and grows. So, acknowledge, own, discuss, clean up, just like you would with the dirt. Okay, good advice for today, huh? All right, I have so much to do. We're going out this morning to celebrate birthday. Yeah, and then everybody's kind of going their own way and then everybody's going to take a nap. I know I will. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get my computer fixed. I'm actually on my old computer right now and it worked. So that's the good news. I'll see if I can get all my other stuff done this morning on this computer too. Good thing I didn't give this sucker away, don't you think? I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'll do it with a sip and a smile and my new mug that I just love. because I am adorably badass. That's me. Okay, look for photos. I'll be sharing them, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.